This alien creature is known as a hellhound. It's intelligent, fast, and has a tough exterior. Its defenses are maxed out. Bullets hitting them are as useless as a tickle. Because of this, humanity was defeated. Earth fell, becoming food for the hellhounds. To reclaim their home, the world formed a joint defense force and launched an offensive against the hellhounds. China's strongest unit, the Zhurong Squad, was ordered to the main battlefield. A great battle was imminent. However, with humanity's current level of technology, they were no match for the hellhounds. The battle was completely one-sided. Support helicopters were shot down the moment they reached the battlefield. Before the hellhounds, humans were like lambs to the slaughter, with no power to fight back. Before long, the main battlefield was littered with corpses and devastation. The protagonist, Cheng Ling, climbs out of the ruins. As a new recruit, he had never seen a scene like this. His legs went weak with fear. In order to get home to his wife and child, Cheng Ling decisively deserted, driving a Zhurong Squad vehicle and quickly fleeing the scene. The Zhurong Squad captain, Gao Ren, saw this. The battle lasted for a full day and night, ultimately ending in a crushing defeat for the human army. After all, humanity's weapons on the hellhounds caused no real damage. It was like throwing an egg at a stone. Aside from Gao Ren and a few elite soldiers who survived, the rest of the squad was completely wiped out. Even so, Gao Ren fully embodied the spirit of a Chinese soldier, leading the few survivors to continue fighting the hellhounds. The scene changes. 2 years later, in the city ruins, Cheng Ling acts as a guide, leading two people to scavenge for valuables. After escaping from the main battlefield, Cheng Ling had wanted to head south to go home. But lacking supplies, he became a guide, gathering various resources while leading the way for others. In this apocalyptic world, the most terrifying thing isn't the hellhounds, but the human heart. The two survivors planned to rob and kill him. Luckily, Cheng Ling was on guard and barely dodged a fatal blow. Just as he was about to counterattack, a hellhound suddenly appeared. One survivor was killed instantly. Cheng Ling led the other one in a swift escape, weaving and dodging to evade the hellhound's pursuit. Finally, the two ran to a wrecked car to take cover, but unexpectedly. With no time to think, Cheng Ling continued to flee for his life. The hellhound was in hot pursuit. At the critical moment, Gao Ren and his team were passing by and spotted Cheng Ling. With their help, Cheng Ling managed to escape to a safe area. Gao Ren introduced himself and asked Cheng Ling to act as his guide. Their destination was General McKay of the Yun's newly established defense base to fight the hellhounds together. Gao Ren clearly recognized Cheng Ling as the deserter, but he didn't say anything. For a deserter, they all need a chance for redemption. This was Cheng Ling's chance. Unfortunately, having witnessed how terrifying the hellhounds were, Cheng Ling refused Gao Ren's proposal. He wanted to go south to find his wife and child. Seeing the soft approach wasn't working, Gao Ren decided to get tough. Sensing trouble, Cheng Ling quickly relented. He agreed to be their guide, but he had one condition: to go to a nearby settlement to say goodbye to his friends. Just like that, Gao Ren's team drove Cheng Ling there. Next, a brief introduction of Gao Ren's squad members. Sniper Andre, Assault Specialist Leica, Demolitions Expert Lao Hai, plus Captain Gao Ren. 4 people in total. After some driving, the group arrived at the settlement. Unexpectedly, the place was filled with bodies. All the residents had been killed. A woman was being assaulted. Leica acted decisively and knocked down the bandit. However, it was a trap. The woman pulled a dagger from behind her back and held Leica hostage, forcing the others to drop their weapons. It turns out this was a group of apocalyptic bandits who specialized in robbing and plundering to survive. Cheng Ling was not part of their group. Seeing the situation, in order to save his teammate, Gao Ren could only obediently drop his weapon. Lao Hai secretly activated a drone in the background. The fight erupted instantly. The enemy had numbers and a tactical advantage. Gao Ren's squad was no match and was suppressed by enemy fire. The drone was also destroyed by a heavy machine gun. If the fight continued like this, the squad risked being wiped out. At this critical moment, a female warrior appeared out of nowhere. With a sniper rifle, every shot was a bullseye. A quick succession of shots took out the bandits in high positions, buying Gao Ren a chance to breathe. The warrior then leaped across rooftops, changing her position to continue sniping. Soon, the bandits' line began to break. Seeing this, their leader ran into a building. The team followed close behind, leading to another chaotic brawl in the unfinished building. Gao Ren's combat performance was on full display. Finally, thanks to the team's incredible performance, they successfully eliminated all the bandits. Cheng Ling tried to escape during the chaos, but he couldn't escape Gao Ren's grasp. He was caught and brought back. Now, he had no choice but to lead the way. Afterward, the female warrior's identity was revealed. Her name is Mary, a member of the Joint Defense Force. She had also intercepted General McKay's transmission and ran into Gao Ren's team on her way to the base. Seeing they shared the same objective, they decided to travel together. A hellhound appeared on the only path to the base. They could only proceed if they lured it away. Just then, Gao Ren noticed a tanker truck parked on the road in the distance. Since Cheng Ling was skilled at dealing with hellhounds, he was ordered to go, honk the horn to draw its attention, and cover the team. Gao Ren assured him that they would protect him. Though reluctant, Cheng Ling eventually set out. With his agile skills, he made it through the danger zone unscathed and successfully reached a tanker truck. However, once in the truck, Cheng Ling didn't follow the plan. Instead of honking the horn, he started the engine to escape. Gao Ren, hiding from a distance, grew anxious. He called out to Cheng Ling repeatedly over the radio, but this attracted the Hellhound's attention. Fire! The team quickly concentrated their fire on the Hellhound, firing as they retreated. The Hellhound then launched missiles, blocking the team's escape. Gao Ren fought back desperately. Just as their lives hung by a thread, Cheng Ling had a change of heart, quickly throwing the truck in reverse and ramming the Hellhound into a stone pillar. Just then, Mary took out a blue device, claiming its detonation could paralyze the Hellhound. Without a second thought, Gao Ren grabbed the device and charged forward, blasting away the Hellhound's missile. Go! They thought the Hellhound would be destroyed, but it leaped from the explosion completely unharmed. Everyone was stunned. The blue device landed near Cheng Ling. Gao Ren roared a warning. Cheng Ling grabbed it and charged the Hellhound. He leaped up, threw it onto the creature, and detonated it. Instantly, the Hellhound was immobilized. Its defense system paralyzed. Gao Ren shouldered an RPG. After the battle, Gao Ren asked about the blue device. Mary revealed her true identity, a researcher for the Earth Joint Defense Forces Research Division. The blue device is called a massive electromagnetic pulse. It's the latest weapon they have developed, created using the blue crystals from the Hellhounds. She didn't use it immediately because, first, the device is still experimental. Second, this is the only working prototype. Mary intends to take it to General McKay's base for further research and begin mass production. Upon hearing this, Gao Ren swore that even if it cost him his life, he would get Mary to General McKay's base safely. This is humanity's hope for survival. Meanwhile, Cheng Ling was inspired. He decided to follow Gao Ren and continue the fight, which would also clear his name as a deserter. The group traveled north, crossing a desert. Just when they were out of ammo and food, they encountered a group of survivors. They received supplies from them and finally arrived at General McKay's base. However, the place was empty and in ruins. There wasn't a single sign of life. It was obvious the base had been overrun by Hellhounds. The hope that had just ignited in Gao Ren was extinguished. But if the base had fallen, who was transmitting General McKay's signal? With these questions, the group ventured into the base. They found the answer. The Hellhounds had captured General McKay alive, controlling his brain to send out the signal, luring surviving soldiers here to be eliminated one by one. You have to admit, these Hellhounds are quite cunning. Just then, a Hellhound appeared. Without a second thought, the team quickly opened fire. Another barrage? The bullets simply bounced off the Hellhound. To an outsider, it would seem like they were wasting bullets, but they all fought on enthusiastically, their faces full of determination. Seeing they couldn't win, the group made a tactical retreat, but they never expected that there was more than one Hellhound in the base. In the chaos, the team was scattered and separated. Gao Ren, Andre, and Leica stuck together. The rest were trapped in a corridor. At a critical moment, Cheng Ling noticed a ventilation duct. Lao Hai understood instantly and blasted it open. The group climbed inside, escaping disaster. Meanwhile, Gao Ren took out a Hellhound with a grenade and then regrouped with Cheng Ling's party. Hellhounds followed close behind, trapping them in a room. As the door was about to give way, Gao Ren stepped forward to go out through the ventilation duct and lure away the Hellhounds at the door, covering the others as they escaped the base. They wanted to wait for Gao Ren, but more and more Hellhounds appeared. They had no choice but to flee by car. Could Gao Ren really be dead? Not a chance. The car had barely gotten away when Gao Ren emerged from the base, followed by several Hellhounds. Next, Gao Ren began a scene where he chased the car on foot, all while turning back to shoot at the Hellhounds. Just then, Lao Hai threw down a rope and a metal plate. Gao Ren grabbed the rope, stepped onto the plate, and began his wild ride. Cheng Ling followed up with an RPG shot, covering Gao Ren as he boarded the car. Look at that ecstatic expression on Gao Ren's face. In any case, the group successfully escaped their pursuers. Unfortunately, during the escape, Lao Hai was badly injured. He suffered critical wounds and was barely breathing. The group raced back to the previous survivor base for help, but they never expected to find it massacred by Hellhounds. Bodies were everywhere. Not a single person was left alive. Without immediate medical attention, Lao Hai bled to death. After burying Lao Hai, Gao Ren decided to return to the base to destroy General McKay's signal transmitter and foil the Hellhounds' plot. This plan received everyone's support. But before heading to the base, they returned to the spot where they had killed the Hellhound to extract the blue crystal from its body, so Mary could fashion it into a special weapon. If it worked, it could inflict fatal damage on the Hellhounds. With this weapon, the team was filled with confidence. Andre and Leica were in charge of firing missiles from outside the base to lure the Hellhounds out. The rest would sneak into the base, destroy the transmitter, and send a message to the outside world that the base had fallen. Once it was all done, Gao Ren's group began to retreat, but they ran into a Hellhound. Another round of wasted bullets. Reloading. In the end, for the greater good, Gao Ren sacrificed himself to cover Cheng Ling's escape. With a massive explosion, Gao Ren died inside the base. Cheng Ling, fighting back his grief, escaped with Mary. Meanwhile, Andre and Leica ran out of ammo. After giving everything they had, they were overrun by the Hellhound army. Mary's calls went unanswered. She realized they had both been killed. Her grief was beyond words. Just then, the Hellhound army found its target and swarmed toward them. Mary fought fiercely, covering Cheng Ling as he grabbed the blue device. He hit the activation switch. Instantly, all the Hellhounds were paralyzed. It is believed that in the near future, humanity will use this device to finally win the war. And this is where the story ends. Movie title: Battlefield. Fall of the World. This is an action sci-fi film released in 2022. Although the movie's plot is simple, it's riddled with holes. Among the cast, aside from Ren Tianye, the rest of the acting is frankly unimpressive. The special effects are nothing to write home about. It was a thorough disappointment after watching. So, I wouldn't recommend you guys watch the original movie.